Why don't you like me?
Well, I feel like just being completely honest, I feel like we've had
Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone and welcome to the premiere of season 2. I am your host Alannized and this is Noche de Pendejadas. No lo puedo creer, una segunda temporada. Sí, pendeja, escuchaste bien, a second season. Para todas las pendejas que no saben qué chingados es Noche de Pendejadas, escucha pendeja para educarte. Noche de Pendejadas is a weekly episodic show that airs every Wednesday a las 7 p.m. here on my IGTV, where I go ahead and bring your favorite influencers to chismear, have some cocktails, and see what the fuck they've been up to. So if you want me to bring your favorite influencer, háganme un favor and tag them down below para traérselos. Ahorita, pendeja, que no tengo todo el día. Con todo el amor y apoyo que me dieron, obviamente I couldn't leave you guys hanging y decidí renovar mi contrato con producción. Tuve que rogarles un chingo para que me dieran un budget más grande para el set. Y miren cómo quedó todo. Ya me creé un pinche talk show host. Enough fucking presumiéndoles my new set. Ya me voy a callar el perro porque la pinche garganta se me está secando. Last season, you guys saw que les traje a muchos invitados y obviamente con los invitados vino mucho chisme. And this season is no exception. Tonight's guest es una estúpida and the baddest perra. Please welcome Louie Castro. Hello, how are you?
We're fine.
I have not seen you.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Like
Laura's
the last
party.
event, yeah.
Oh my god, it's been a while. It's been a minute since you guys have seen us both on camera together. Después de tanto chingar y tanto que, oh my god, when are you and Louie gonna do a video? Aquí se los traímos, you guys.
He
So
brought me, he dragged my ass.
I literally was like, get your ass over here. Aunque no tengas tiempo, make time. Y'all were fucking coming at me saying,
Yes.
oh my god, why is Louie not on season 1?
I was getting hella tags.
Everyone was expecting you
Yes.
to be the season finale.
I
of
kept seeing
season
people
1.
tag me and my perras.
my.
And I had to get the leash. I was like,
No,
what?
yeah,
Like,
for real, you guys. You were supposed to be on season 1.
¿Y luego?
And le voy a echar la culpa a you guys
Why?
because you don't live where I
Yes,
live.
that's like the difficult thing. Is like always when we're trying to do something together, even before, it's like I don't live here, so it's always so hard for me to like get here. But I took the flight, I made the drive, I'm here.
I feel like I've known you for like a while.
It's been a lot. You were like one of my first influencer friends
Yes,
when I
that's
started
like
doing
cool
like
year.
makeup. So when I wasn't doing this.
You know what's funny? There's a picture of when you were the homie Louie. And I was XO Alan, and I remember a fan did like a collage of us. I have to put it in here somewhere, but it was like a fucking picture, and you're like doing a post, something.
Ew, ya ni me vi.
We would always comment on each other's shit. Like,
Yeah.
we'd be like, oh my god, yes, do
Very
it.
like met on social media.
And then one day, I remember he was coming to town for an event, and I was like, dude, come over, let's film it. That's when you were getting into like makeup.
Barely starting. But I remember when I first met you, you actually gave me like my first like good products of makeup. You had so much makeup in your old beauty room.
God, I
He
gave you
gave
whole
me a
bolsa.
bolsa like, bitch, I came out like if I just came from Sephora, Old Town. I was like,
remember that.
Everyone
He's
was
like,
like, oh
I
my
finessed salad,
god.
and I'm
I
over here
know.
like, here, I have all my expired makeup.
Bitch, let me
It's like,
find
oh,
out.
maybe some of it was expired.
That's why I broke out that year. I
was sabotaging you.
Oh, he was like,
No.
llévate. Y yo bien, oh my god, he's doing like charity work.
Ever since then, I feel like when you would come to LA, we would always hang out.
Yeah.
Then we did his tour. If you've been a follower of Louie for a while, you
long
guys should
time.
remember his The
LA
Baddest
tour.
Perra tour.
I think that was my biggest show when you went in LA.
That
It
one
was
in your
sold
hometown.
out. Like
It was so much fun, you guys. I'm gonna turn it to you to give a
Yes.
brief, chiquito, because we only have 15 minutes to tell them who the fuck you are.
So just to make it super quick and cute, all you should know is I'm the baddest perra. Hide your hombre before he sees me, you're gonna lose him for the rest of your life. I make videos in Spanglish, Español, Inglés, whatever I feel like doing. I'm just here to make you laugh, stupida.
Yo ya sé, pendeja, que ustedes no vinieron a fucking Noche de Pendejadas to see how we met or who he is. Ustedes vinieron para el puto chisme.
They
porque
came for
ustedes
the
son
chisme.
pinches viejas verduleras.
Me
And
too, though.
Same. We're
Same,
like
we're
fucking
the same.
comadres at heart, you guys.
But you guys know I love the chisme just as much as you guys do. We both do, so.
But it's kind of
I'm
different
a
when
giver.
it's about
When
you.
it's
'cause
about
you're like,
me.
"Hey."
But when
Like,
it's
you know
about
what
someone
doing?
else, I'm like.
Yeah, when it's chisme about someone else, I'm like, it is time for your favorite segment here on Noche de Pendejadas, cocktails and chisme.
I hate shots.
Really? Even like one shot you throw up?
Dude, I'm like such a weak baby now. Like I'll take it, I'm like,
No. Louie just turned 21. Maybe a month ago from the day this goes live.
Yeah.
So, tenemos que celebrar.
We need to celebrate.
Because we haven't taken a legal shot together.
Not a legal one.
A ver, producción, a ver qué nos tienen. Oh my god, you guys. Ooh. So, como pueden ver, right here we have two Trulies.
Don't mind it.
And so we're gonna take a little shot para calentarnos,
to loosen up a little bit. As soon as I take the shot, guys, it's game over. It's all the chisme is gonna come out.
Ooh. Oh my god, you guys.
Babe, if I spill too much chisme, let me know.
Pa'
Cheers.
arriba.
Pa' arriba.
Abajo. Al centro. Pa' dentro. Oh, that was really good. Woo.
It wasn't as strong though. Like, I know there's some that you drink and you're like, but.
Like, it wasn't as amargo. So, la primera pregunta, la pregunta del año es, why don't you like me?
Well, I feel like just being completely honest, I feel like we've had some issues.
I feel like people, just because they don't see us together anymore, they don't see us film videos anymore, they assume there was like a fallout. It's crazy because there was nothing wrong.
Never any problem.
Never. I just feel like, you know, we just kind of grew like separate ways. Not even in a bad way, just kind of like you went this way, I went this way, and there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. I am so proud of him, but it does get kind of frustrating for me at least when, you know, people start like pinpointing us against each other.
Yeah, it's more of like the chisme being created that makes it seem, because like a veces, I mean, I think we both read the comments sometimes, like I can see where you guys are coming from, like, oh, ya no se hablan, like I haven't seen them together, but it's definitely like what Alan said. I feel like when I met you, I had just started, guys, because I think makeup's what really made me like, bam, like, bitch, the baddest perra came to life. And when we met, like, I had barely started doing makeup and everything, so I was barely like coming to LA. As time went by, like I just started getting more caught up with like doing other things, my managers, and I literally come here now to just work. Like, ya no vengo like before where I was like, oh my god, let's just hang out. But I need to start doing that because now I've realized that I need time for myself, and that was fun to me. Like we would come here, just chismear, do our makeup.
We really would.
Like that was it.
Really
like,
and I feel like
so
people
fun.
miss that. But at the same time, I feel like you guys have to understand that just because you guys don't see us together, just because, you know, we don't make videos as much as we used to, doesn't mean there's something going on. Eso es lo que la gente tiene, que siempre quieren que haya algo. Do you know what I mean?
And let me tell you guys something. Me and Alan love the chisme, and as much as we love the chisme, we also love to tell the chisme, stupid lad. So if there was something, I feel like one of us would have said something. Yes, like a video.
Yeah. If el chisme doesn't come out of this mouth or that one, it's
then
not
there's
true.
nothing.
No lo crean, no inventen. Sometimes it can create like a toll. There was this one time I remember where like I was seeing a lot of comments like, oh my god, like is there beef with Louie? And we hadn't talked for like a good month. And sometimes you're like, oh damn, is there beef? Like you
you read what people say and you're like,
I mean? It's fucked up because there's no beef.
Yeah.
But because you see it all the time and you haven't talked to that person because, you know, we've both been busy, like empiezas like, when we find out, that's why we haven't talked. Ya
no beef.
Ya cállense. Stop spilling the tea when there's nothing to spill. I am so proud of Louie. Like, and I've said this to you before, even when we were smaller like creators, I always told them like, hey, you know, you have so much potential. I would always show you stuff that you don't know, and vice versa.
You helped me get my shit together.
Yes.
Like, I feel like when I was starting, you definitely, like, he helped me so much. Like, he helped me with making more money because I was getting fucked over by so many brands, and he has experience. So he was like, bitch, you're getting fucked over. Like, you guys have to know your worth. With anything that you're doing, whether you're on social media or you're not, like, just know your worth.
Like, I had been in the beauty industry like a couple years longer, and I saw myself in you. I was very tontito when I first started, you guys. Like, I would be like, oh my god, free makeup. Like, let me just post it because it's free. Uno tiene que saber their worth. Nunca tiene que trabajar de gratis, you guys. El maquillaje no te va a dar de tragar, you guys. Cuando tengas hambre, cuando tengas que pagar la renta,
el maquillaje se va a pudrir.
Like all the makeup I gave you.
In this whole industry, there's a lot of times where people just want to fuck you over. And he helped me like put up my chongo, and like that's when I became the baddest perra, and I was like, bitch, don't ever.
La gente ha tenido muchas cosas que decir sobre a new IGTV series that you have on your Instagram. A series called Luxury Closet review.
Yeah. Let me put them
I know they know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about already.
It's basically a series where Louie shows you guys his luxury goods, rates stuff, and tells you guys if he recommends them for you guys or not.
I'm trying to help you guys save your dinerito. We're all codas here, but sometimes we like to splurge
But
on
I feel like
ourselves.
people did not take it that way.
Yes.
You got a lot of bad backlash from your followers saying que ya se te habían subido,
Yes.
que eras un presumido, y que qué chingados pasó con ese humilde codo Louie that you once were. What do you have to say to the people that have been really attacking you in the comments over that?
Well, I started this series out of coming from a place of goodness. Stupid ass. But like you said, I started getting hella shit like, oh my god, ahorita se subió ya bien creída, like, oh my god, tú bien designer, all this other shit. And it's literally not like that. I did this series because I love designer stuff. We both, and a lot of you stupid ass watching this, we grew up in a place where we didn't have money.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, that's just how it is. Like, I grew up with a place where I didn't have money. Like, my parents struggled so much finding a job, always job hopping, like, you know, living in a little like small house and shit like that. But I did this series because, again, although I am splurging on myself, I am also still a coda.
Even to me, you guys, we got evicted once when
Oh,
I was
shit.
younger. Having this platform and seeing the income come in, of course you're gonna want to splurge on yourself.
Yes,
of course
exactly.
te vas a querer dar gustos que en un tiempo no te pudiste
Yes.
dar. And I feel like there should be nothing wrong with that. You know, as long as you're not like, oh, miren lo que yo tengo, no tienen ustedes. As long as you're not
Yes.
doing that, I feel like there's nothing wrong with it.
Because I feel like I'm not like that
Yeah,
at all.
no,
Like,
you're
I'm not
just
like
showing
showing my
them.
money. And I do have a lot of designer stuff, guys, but there's also like so many goals that I have for myself. For example, I just bought my dad a car. Yes, I buy myself a little bag, but bitch, I have goals for myself and I'm also saving my money for a bunch of other things. That being said, I feel like if you have dinerito, do what you want with it. Like, I don't think people should be in your business about what you spend your
Es
money
tu
on.
dinero.
It-
You worked hard for it.
Y ahí
So
estoy
I
yo
don't
en
know why
chinga.
people have
Wanna
something
come
to say
for
about
it. So there was a lot of people out there because I would make comments like, oh yeah, this bag was only like 1,200. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? Ahorita se subió. Like, what do you mean only blah blah? But out of like a luxury point of view, that is not a lot of
nothing.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bags are like 3,000, 4,000, Chanel 5,000, like so expensive. So when I would be like, oh, this bag was 800, people would be like, damn, Louie, like, are you trying to rub it into our faces? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, bitch. But like, from anyone from a luxury point of view, if you're trying to buy a bag and they're like in the low
That's
thousands,
cheap. Yes.
you're like, bitch, me la llevo y me llevo 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
like, I'll take it all. But if you guys really want me to stop this series, like, please let me, man, just kidding, bitch, I'm still gonna do it. Just kidding.
Not too long ago,
Dime.
you posted a set of stories coming at the pendejas that are criticizing you y que te acusan of using Spanglish for clout. Porque supuestamente at the start of your YouTube career, you spoke primarily English. So, ¿qué le tienes que decir a esa gente que tienen eso que decir sobre ti?
So there's a lot of people that were coming at me, especially like on Twitter and shit like that. People are like, oh my god, like a lot of these influencers, but also specifically on me. All of a sudden, you guys want to speak Spanish, and I'm like, bitch, hold up, hold up. Spanish was my first language, and I know for a lot of us, it was the same thing. But I did stop speaking Spanish for a good while of my life because when I was in elementary school, and I've talked about this so many times, I would get in trouble, I would get in bench. My whole elementary school was like pure white teachers. No regañaban, we
They're
would
like,
get
oh,
in
you're
bench.
speaking Spanish, detention.
Yeah, because they don't know if we were talking bad about them. I was like, bitch, and what if I was? Nah, I'm just kidding. Growing up, I spoke like primarily Spanish. On my YouTube, I know Spanish came up here and there, but it wasn't like my main like
wasn't prominent.
language.
Yeah, like-
But I do want to say that as I started doing YouTube, I did start growing my audience as everyone else does. And I was targeting more like, I want my Latinos, like I want people who I can relate to, people who understand me, porque you stupidas know. Like, of course I can speak English, but like, I want to open my audience to like everyone who speaks
Everyone,
Spanish as
yes.
well. For example, my primas, my tios, like I don't have family here in the US. All of my family is in Mexico. So everyone's like, mijo, like, ¿por qué no hablas español? No te entendemos. And I was like, you know what? Like, that's my language. I'm gonna speak Spanish. Yo sí me encabroné, and I did get hella pissed. And people were like, why are you speaking Spanish? Like, what the fuck? I was like, bitch, first of all, I have the nopal in my frente.
I feel like if you would have been only talking English, they
That's-
would have been like, oh my
Yeah,
god, te
like,
crees
oh
muy
my
gringo.
god, exactly. So for people to be telling me that all of a sudden I'm speaking Spanish and shit, I'm like, bitch, I've been speaking Spanish my whole life. I understand where a lot of people saying like, oh my god, ni hablas bien español, like blah blah. I'm like, I understand that. My parents didn't like even even finished school and shit. Like they don't know the proper Spanish.
Exactly.
So that's the Spanish that I grew up with. So I know like there's a lot of words sometimes que like
No
I
te salen
say no
bien.
me salen bien. They're just not like the right pronunciation. But I'm like, bitch, the same shit happens to all of us with English still.
Yo voy a hablar el idioma que quiera hablar. Y a veces it's not even Spanish. It's not even English. It's Spanglish.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a whole language on its own. Because
Like, yes, and I will say that Spanglish is like its own language on
Yes.
its own. So this message is going most for like those fucking envidiosa ass, amargada ass, stupidas who just want to talk shit all the time.
Because as long as you know you're sticking true to yourself, as long as you know that's who you are, that's all that should matter.
Everything
You
else
know
is
what
like, lárgate.
I mean? Miran este
Vámonos,
dedo,
vámonos.
siéntense ellos.
They're like, if you're one of those stupidas, lárgate, go do something else. If you don't like my shit, you don't like his shit, I don't know what you're still here for.
As of late, you've been posting a lot about a disque BBL que supuestamente te vas a agarrar
Yeah.
o que ya tienes. Yo pienso que tienes confundidos a muchas personas, igualmente a mí. I feel like I'm very confused. I'm like, so does he have it? Does he not?
Yeah.
So aquí es tu tiempo para aclarar. Are you getting a BBL? Do you have a BBL? Or is it just all fun and games?
So being like completely honest, I got my BBL 2 months. Nah, just kidding. No.
Like, I
So,
knew it.
You're like, a ver, turn
Last time
around.
I saw you, you were flat.
You look like my pared. But
Are
being
you?
for real, I think I am going to do it. Something that I've always wanted to do. I mean, my sister just got hers done. She's like, so I'm like, damn, like I kind of want to do it too. It's always been something that I'm scared of. But like, bitch, you cannot lie to me. Like, who doesn't want a big, fat, juicy ass? Like,
Exactly.
I want that. Like, I want to achieve that. I have had a few consultations, but I'm hoping that
So
it
it's
happens.
legit.
Like, I want to
it's
do
legit.
it. And if I can't, pues, a ver what happens. But I really want to do it.
I
It's
feel
something
like, you
wanna
know,
do.
yo pienso que es algo a lo personal, ya uno
Yeah.
gusto, and I feel like ya vivimos en otros tiempos
Exactly.
donde it's not something like, oh my god, a man's getting a BBL.
Yeah,
You know, like,
exactly.
it's nothing crazy out of the normal, but I feel like it did have a lot of your fans kind of confused.
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh my god, does he have it, does he not, or is it natural, you know, and it's good that you're clearing that up y que nos estás dejando saber aquí en exclusiva on Noche de Pendejadas
Yes.
that you're getting a BBL.
Period.
Congrats.
That's
I'm
what
excited to see the
planning.
results.
But just know that if I do end up doing it, I will put it out there for sure. Like I'm not,
You're not gonna be hiding
like,
it.
yeah. I mean, there's no point. I mean, if you can see right now, I don't really have an ass. So if they can
You're
see
like-
it, they'll be able to tell. And thank you to everyone who's like shown me support for when I do talk about it. There's a lot of my perras out there writing me up. Thank you guys. Thank you for not being amargada. But let's hope that I do it. And if I don't, well, I'll still see your hombre. I don't give a fuck.
Sin culo, pero todavía puedo
I'm fucking dead.
Ya después de tantas preguntas,
All the chismes out of the
ya
way.
como cansa ser pinche vieja chismosa,
Yes,
no?
I
So
need a break.
now, it is time for the Wheel of Pendejada. Aquí tenemos this little wheel, and in the wheel, there's 10 challenges. Aquí tenemos a little buzzer, and he's gonna beat the fuck
gonna
out
beat
of the
her
buzzer. Whatever challenge he gets is the challenge we're gonna do. Are you ready?
No.
1, 2, 3.
Give me a good one, stupida.
A ver qué va a agarrar, you guys.
Get a BBL.
Move!
No! The roast each other challenge.
Bitch! Mr. Louie over here got the roasting each other
It's on,
challenge.
stupida.
There was a trend on TikTok where you kind of just get with
You
like
roast
your
each
friend,
other.
your boo, or whoever
Yes.
the fuck you do it with, and you roast each
I
other.
haven't done it. I know you've done it.
I've done it with my boyfriend, you guys, but I have not done it with a friend. Y a veces puede salir uno peleado, you guys.
I know.
so
We're gonna leave like.
we're
You
like,
know how we
"Fuck
said there
this
was no
shit."
drama? There's drama now.
But do you want to start or do I start?
You start. That shit. You start. I'm ready.
It's the not thinking my time's important and showing up 2 hours late for me.
It's the loud ass boys for me.
It's the foundation not matching for me.
It's the calling me out when yours doesn't match either for me.
That's all two different
I know. I was like,
colors.
bitch.
It's the wearing your dog's collar for me.
It's the cowlick hairstyle for me.
It's the running out of hair dye and only doing half your hair for me.
It's the talking over people for me.
Food, it's the fake ass teeth for me.
Bitch. It's the not sticking to a diet for me. Bitch. Wait up, bitch. I'm done. We went in.
We went fucking in, you guys. We are friends. We're joking
We play around like
and
that.
we're not taking anything to heart,
Yeah.
you guys. What is next for Louie? Yo sé que ustedes lo han visto hacer un chingo de big things this year. Just to mention his Morphe collab
Yes.
launch, sold out,
Thank
and
you.
you've had so many other things, so many other projects that you've came out with and have been so successful. So what
Thank
is
you.
next for Louie's Live, Louie Castro?
Well, one thing that I get asked a lot by a lot of you stupidas is where's the merch? When is it coming? And blah blah. I have been working on like changing that whole thing up. Like obviously I want to have merch out there for you guys. I'm working on a lot of new stuff that you perras are gonna love. I don't want to say too much, but there's merch coming out that's gonna be hella cute. Hopefully for next year. I'm hoping that everything starts getting a bit better for next year and we can have big events and shit like that. I am planning a little tour. I can't say too much about it, but I just want to meet you perras. It's been a long minute since we've been able to like see our like fans.
I really want to say thank you for coming on
Thank
Noche de
you.
Pendejada, especially the premiere, you guys, porque este episodio is the first episode
The first
of season 2. I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to follow Louie.
Just make sure your hombre doesn't follow me because I don't want that.
Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, you guys. Don't forget to check out next week on my YouTube channel where I'll be uploading this episode with more exclusive content that you guys did not get to see tonight to celebrate the
Shots.
season premiere. We can do a shot too.
Nah, I'm kidding.
I know that good. Just don't shoot at mood.
I'm like,
Close your a la una.
a las dos, y a las tres.
With that being said, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Bye, Ciudad.